All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful tools we have for communication, storytelling. And here's the thing, it's a tool we all use every single day, and most of the time we don't even realize we're doing it. So a sentence like this, it just grabs you, right? It throws you straight into the action and boom, instant tension. You can't help it. Your brain immediately starts asking questions. What mistake? What's behind that door? You have to know what happens next. So why is that? Why can't we just look away? Well, it's because our brains are literally wired for narrative. We're always looking for patterns. And a story? It's the ultimate pattern. It all starts with that powerful first impression, that hook, that promises our brain a puzzle it gets to solve. And that hook is so important. It's the story's first impression. You can think of it like a handshake that sets the tone for everything else, and most importantly, gets our curiosity going. It's basically a promise you're making to your audience. You're saying, hey, stick with me for a minute. This journey is absolutely going to be worth your time. It's the bait, and it works every time. Now, once you get past that initial hook, you start to see that pretty much every great story follows a kind of blueprint. Doesn't matter if it's a novel, a movie, or even your favorite song, they're all built from the same basic parts. The architecture is surprisingly universal. You know that feeling when you hear a beat in a song and you just can't get it out of your head? Well, that's a musical hook. And a narrative hook does the exact same thing. It could be by plunging us into a character's internal struggle, flashing back to some critical moment, or just introducing us to someone totally unforgettable. And yeah, writers have a whole toolbox of these things. They can pull you in by showing you a character's deepest fears, or they can just drop you right into the middle of some cryptic conversation and make you figure out what in the world is going on. Each one is just a different key to the same lock, and that lock is your attention. So, one of the most powerful frameworks for telling a story about change is something called the Epiphany Bridge. It's this awesome script that maps out a whole journey. It starts with where the character began, what they wanted, the huge wall they hit, and then that light bulb moment, that dramatic realization that changes everything and sets them on a whole new path. But get this classic story structure isn't just for epic novels. It's actually the hidden engine behind a lot of the most effective marketing you see every single day. It's actually kind of brilliant when you see it laid out like this. A customer's journey through a sales funnel perfectly mirrors a hero's journey. So, at the top, the awareness stage, you introduce the problem. That's the backstory and the desire. Then, as they move down, you show them the struggle and that aha moment of discovery. By the time they get to action, you're showing them the plan and the amazing transformation that's possible. It's so powerful because it reframes buying something not as a transaction, but as the awesome ending to their own personal story. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? The most successful brands, they don't just sell you stuff. They tell you a story. They build a real human connection that makes you trust them and makes you feel like you're a part of their world. Okay, so this ability to connect through stories goes way deeper than just our shopping habits. It's hardwired into our brains. It's not just about what we buy, it's about how we think, how we see the world, and even how we keep our minds sharp. I mean, a lot of us love to unwind with a good crossword or a puzzle, right? And we usually do it thinking, hey, this is good for me. I'm giving my brain a workout, keeping things in top shape. But here's a little twist in our own narrative here. Some research suggests that just playing those same old games over and over might not be the magic bullet for brain health we think it is. So what's the secret? Well, according to the experts, the real benefit comes from things that truly challenge you, things that force you to learn something new. It's all about building new connections in your brain, not just taking the same old well-worn paths. So whether it's learning the complex strategy of a game like chess, tackling a massive jigsaw puzzle, or, and this brings it all back home, getting lost in a really complex story in a book, or just having a deep, meaningful conversation, the goal is always active learning. It's the effort and the novelty that really gives your mind a workout. And this brings us full circle, right back to the most important point of all. When you understand how stories work, you gain the power to consciously shape your own. Just think about it for a second. When you tell a friend about your weekend, you're not just listing facts, you're crafting a narrative. You pick the best parts, you put them in order, you build up to the funny moment. We are all natural-born storytellers, constantly shaping our reality with the tales we tell. Honestly, mastering these tools, the hook, the structure, that emotional connection, it's like having a superpower. You can communicate better, you can connect more deeply with people, and you can even understand yourself in a whole new way. It's a game changer. So I'll just leave you with this thought. Every single day, you are the author, you're the narrator, and you are the main character of your own life. The narrative you're building for yourself and for the world around you is the most important story you'll ever tell. So, what's your next chapter going to be?